You are now live.
What I asked you? What I asked you?
Oh, just now?
Mm-hmm.
You just said that is not how you do that. And then I was about to chime in.
Right, because that's a lifetime worth of work. Okay.
Right.
Like, it ain't no set stone explanation that's about to give you the key to everything that I'm doing.
Did we strap down? Right. Well,
We strapped down a lot more.
Yeah, because that's what, that might not be what somebody mean when they asking, but that's kind of what I take from it. Kind of like, they like what I'm doing. They want to know who I study. You know what I mean? But I recognize that definitely with the history of any of this shit, people going, they finding somebody, and then they kind of mimicking what they watching people do.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, it's been a lifetime worth of learning, and I've been really inspired by the shit that I felt like I didn't see. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, how can I add to some art shit based on shit that I wasn't fucking seeing? You know what I'm saying? Artists don't really inspire me. I'm very, very unimpressed on a complete level, especially when I'm talking about visual artists. Like I said, I'm inspired by music artists like a motherfucker. I mean, those are the artists I study. Like, I can sit and name people who are inspiring as fuck to me, but I ain't never seen a fucking photograph that they never taken.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody even said that shit. Like, if you do a certain genre or discipline, you shouldn't necessarily only study that genre or discipline that you do. You should actually start going and trying to study. You should be taking in something else. Like, if you a rapper, go listen to classical music. If you are this, go look at that. Just because what happens is that's what really helps you add to your medium. What the directions say? Make a left.
Turn left at the light.
Yeah, so it's shit. Nigga like me, it's a lot of visual artists that I can say that I like, but I could also say that I didn't study them, because the last thing I ever wanted was for somebody to look at my work and be able to see what I can see when I'm looking at people's work, which is who they study. People say, oh, your work remind me of this, Donald. Your work remind me of that. I'll be glad. I don't care when people say it, because I didn't look at that motherfucking shit to come up with what the fuck I'm doing. Like, I didn't know that person existed at the time when I made the thing that I was making. What it say now?
It said 1.5 miles, turn right on 204. And then they just want the cheat code.
That's what it be feeling like. It feel like people definitely want the multiple choice answer. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's one of these different things.
Yeah.
One of these will work for you.
This is more like, this is the essay.
You wrote the essay, but they trying to get the multiple choice.
Or the answer is in the essay.
Okay.
You know how you take a test,
mm-hmm.
and you can get true and false.
Mm-hmm.
You think you got a 50-50 shot. You take motherfucking multiple choice. You got a 25% chance of getting it right.
Right.
You take a completion test where you got to fill in the answer. You got one shot to get it right, but you got to fill in the one word.
Right.
But then when you got to write the essay, that's a whole nother level of shit. I mean, that's the best analogy I can give when I'm saying, like, this has been a lifetime worth of shit. I didn't study art my whole life. And when I say my whole life, I mean over 30 years being forced to study art. And where that's been ended me up with is a body of work that I believe is very unique to me, because I kept molding it and pushing it and pulling it until it got to the point where I said, oh, okay, this is how I'm going to continuously do what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll just be assuming that motherfuckers ain't ready to do that work. And I could be wrong, because a nigga might be ready to really put the work in. But if a motherfucker ready to put the work in, study the art, study the discipline. Or find somebody to copy if that's what a motherfucker gonna do, I guess. I don't know. I don't want my shit to look like nobody's shit, so I don't really look at a whole lot of shit. Not after I wasn't forced to. Like, every time I seen somebody making something that I wish I'd have made, it made me not want to make
That thing.
that thing no more. It just seemed like that just felt like cheap.
Right.
I mean, even how far up? Say keep on going up. Okay. I mean, I even had a conversation recently, that was kind of jarred me a little bit because somebody was like, "Ooh, can I print this photograph?" They don't know that somebody done stole that photograph before, painted that bitch, sold it for $15,000, and then completely ripped me off of even paying me to use the image. They don't know that, but the reality is that's the nature of what people do. Motherfuckers take. People like, download, you put your signature on. Hey, they ain't gonna stop nobody from taking it. And I stopped being scared to show the shit because I used to not show a lot of shit because I recognized people was taking, or I didn't want to show in an environment with motherfuckers who don't respect the art of it or who don't know what they don't know ultimately. I'm being told, oh, your work is this, your work is that, your work is this, your work is that. It's kind of like, nigga, I know that shit already. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be too aggressive with you, but the reality is I already fucking know that. I know that to the point where I isolate myself because every time I come around environments, motherfuckers want to take my shit versus take it in.
Right.
I'm giving a nigga access to all that I know they need.
Turn right at the light.
All right, and I know that that's all they need is because the people who gave me access, I made sure I kept access by not taking their shit. 204.
Yep.
Because as soon as you take a motherfucking shit or you reveal that them your kind of intentions, you look up and the motherfucker ain't really sharing with you the same way. You know what I'm saying? It's abrasive. It's like a dude who see a nice looking woman, the energy that just got created in him, he can't help himself but to shoot at her. So now this woman that he had in his presence that he could possibly get to know, to give himself the best chance to shoot at her, is sitting there like, oh yeah, I don't even want to be in there. I don't want to be around this person. You see what I'm saying? That kind of shit.
Like they done fucked up their
Yeah, you went in too quick. You rushed it. And you got in the way of the possibilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But we in a world of...
Turn left at the next stop sign.
Okay. We in a world of Google that shit, pull that shit down, throw it up on your Procreate, do whatever the fuck you want to do, sell it out to a bunch of motherfuckers just to make some cash.
I ain't never seen a squirrel jump on a tree like that. Sorry.
No, that's good. It was impressive. That was impressive as fuck. But we in the world of that, you know,
and in the world of take.
Yeah, we in the world of take, and taking just done got easier.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's because the nigga ain't really blew up with what the fuck they took to the point where they being sued and they kicking themselves and shit like that. You know? Yeah, I ain't never seen this shit either. This shit is amazing. That's why all these kids smart as fuck. Because as soon as you come see this shit, and something ain't doing something, because that thing bumping back and forth, but I don't know what it's doing. It's like it's pulling and then hitting. Yeah, so, yeah. And this is the reason why I would say I'm not really that inspired by a lot of artists. I mean, I feel like if I look at art, visual art, it's like I can say, oh, that technique is amazing. Or I can say, oh, that concept, that conversation they having is amazing. It's just rare that I'm feeling like I'm experiencing both.
Right.
And I don't care that I ain't experiencing both, because what it does is it makes me try to do that. I try to make my work do the shit that I feel like I'm not experiencing. You know?
Take your shit to a whole nother level.
I feel like instead of being good because of my technique or being good because of my subject matter, I challenge myself to continue to make work that is doing both.
Things ain't doing that.
You know, and that whether it is or whether it's not to anybody's opinion or critique, you know, that is my motivation. That is what inspires me. Is knowing that the more you can get them to the dance on the same level, the better chance you got for that shit to last fucking forever. Yeah, put that little fast ass walk. Look to the left, look to the right. I know y'all own the world, but shit, so do I. I just wondered if I was gonna see the trailers outside.
What's that? driving that?
On that tow motor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she whipping that boy. I wonder if they got trailers on the inside. No. I guess I can at least go in and ask them. Yeah. Yeah, this shit ain't been no simple thing. This is like a lifetime commitment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I be wanting to tell a motherfucker, call me once you quit your job.
Right, cause ain't it low key like offensive?
Yeah, it's
to just
definitely.
be
Yeah, it's offensive.
like you don't go to nobody fucking work job and tell you what they doing.
Right. Well, I definitely see how the world of fucking social media and DMs and shit definitely make it easy for a nigga to just tap in and just jump and cut the line and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. But the reality is I'm just one of the niggas that respond. I already know that all the famous people these people tap into just never respond to them, ever.
But then they gonna be sorry when you don't be responding when your tour on the world.
Yeah, at some point,
You gonna be tapped out.
yeah, I'm gonna be tapped out. And then it's crazy because, you know, the nigga I'm around right now, he definitely didn't say, he said the right thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It was like, pull up, let's build type thing.
Yeah, I ain't about to go back and forth in these DMs. That's a
Yeah.
different vibe.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I get it.
Or teach me
The
your
camera
money.
is popular, and it's probably a hustle. People got an interest in it. The reality is, I'm a photography teacher. I love teaching people photography, but I'd rather try to teach somebody photography. But I think people want me to tell them about me, and it's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's like people really communicating. I want your shit, nigga.
Right.
I want to do what you doing.
Mm-hmm.
Young dude said, I want to do what you doing. I was like, that ain't no, what did I say? I said, that ain't exciting to me. He was like, well, I ain't mean it like that. No, that's exactly what you mean.
Little dude yesterday?
No, this was a
Okay.
dude that I seen downtown that I met at a different spot. And that was just what he said. Like, I want to do what you doing. You know what I'm saying? That's like walking up to one of these, whoever the fuck, saying, hey, I'm trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I just listened to a Lil Wayne song. Nigga said nigga wanted to battle me on camera. He's like, damn, am I getting paid for this? He was like, and just for y'all motherfuckers who think shit's sweet, you know, I don't be boasting and bragging about bars and rapping and shit, but I do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got a raw ass song, dogging the fuck out of niggas. Like niggas don't really want to, right? He said, yeah. So I mean, that's how I be feeling. Them the people that inspire me. Lil Wayne talking shit. You know what I'm saying? NWA saying fuck the police. That's the kind of shit that inspired me. Kanye saying George Bush don't like black people. Them the artists that inspire me. That shit inspires me. That shit make me want to keep doing what I'm doing. It make me want to press the button and the envelope and the threshold and all that shit. That's what the fuck inspires me. The motherfuckers that I see in the landscape with a camera, I mean, it's a few artists that I'm like, oh, I really like their work. But they ain't no charge. They ain't juicing me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I never feel the need to look again. I think it's raw that they doing it. I think they should keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's like Michael Jordan trying to be at all them fucking Magic Johnson's basketball games. Them niggas didn't get to see each other play, really, unless they played each other, unless one nigga was off. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
LeBron James ain't getting to really see all of whoever's fucking games. He can hit on Sports Center and say, oh, okay, yeah, niggas still leveling up the bar. Let me keep going. He ain't studying them niggas.
That makes sense.
You know? He's studying himself. He's looking at tape on himself. You know, I'm an artist that inspires the fuck out of me.
Mm-hmm.
I inspire the fuck out of myself. I got 3 million photographs to look at that keep me highly inspired. You know what I'm saying? I got 10 fucking sketchbooks over the course of 30 fucking years that I can keep looking at and tapping into. That's the shit that inspires me. Motherfucking the niggas riding around Cleveland fucking popping willies and shit, running from the police. That's the shit that inspires a nigga, man. Like, that's the shit that make me charge. I mean, my perception of the word inspire. You know what I'm saying? And motherfucker might not see a nigga like that as an artist, but I'm looking at what them niggas know. They know as much about what they doing in their craft as I know about my craft. And to watch it from an older nigga to a younger nigga and watching they study, watching they practice, and watching they fuck the police, that's inspiring as fuck to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's inspiring shit to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, not no nigga in Cleveland walking around with a motherfucking camera. You know what I'm saying? The younger people around me inspire me. For me to be able to watch, that was Smoke saying you inspire me. Hell yeah, we definitely inspire each other, my nigga. But the younger people that's artists, they inspire me because I'm watching them still try to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? But I'm watching them try to figure it out, you know? And then I feel like I'm watching a lot of creative people who ain't younger people that as artists try to figure out how not to have to figure it out.
Right, they want the answer.
They want the answer. And then it ain't no answer. I had a student, a motherfucker who had a whole lot of cash, mad at me because he said, okay, what I'm supposed to do next, D Black? I said, you gotta do your fucking homework. I get it. You're a multi-millionaire. You might be a billionaire. But that don't mean nothing to this art shit, my nigga. If you wanna know how to level up with your camera, you gotta do the shit that I keep saying you gotta do next. You keep thinking it's this thing that you can pay me an hourly rate to give you.
He's like, no, you gotta put the work in.
You gotta put the work in, or not. I don't give a fuck about what you do. Or pay me to do that part of the work for you. I can look through your, 500,000 images and pull out the images that can say you a fucking photographer and you know what the fuck you doing. But you gotta pay me for that.
Right.
I ain't gonna just do it because I don't care about your images.
And they want free game.
Yeah, they want free game, or they want cheap game.
Cheap game.
And all that means is you don't really want to do this. You don't really want to be no artist. You just saying that you think that that's what you're supposed to be calling yourself. Artist is a communicator, nigga. And you can't even say what you really want to me right now. So I know you ain't no artist.
Period.
That kind of shit. But I be appreciating the motherfuckers tapped in. I be appreciating the fact that people be inspired. But the reality is, shit outside the world of art or outside the world of visual art inspires me. You know what I'm saying? That shit triggers some level of excitement. Not much else. I don't be trying to be in a big community of artists because I recognize that niggas ain't working out as much as a nigga like me is. So oftentimes they get around me and they think that they just figured out how to cut the line. Like I can give them something that's gonna make them on the same level. Somebody told me get the fuck away from people who wanna be you. I'm like, damn, that's some uncomfortable shit. Inspired by and be you is two different things.
Yep.
All right, yeah. So I'm about to post this. Hey, Smoke, we need to sell these motherfucking including Bike Life t-shirts. I just ordered 100. I'm about to get them bitches pressed up by the end of the week. We gonna be going to take these DMs. We gonna Cash App, and I'm gonna have a location where motherfuckers can pick them bitches up from. We ain't responsible for making sure that we got to be the ones running around.
Period.
You know what I'm saying? So, whatever you need from me, I can get you. But I figure I grew from what the fuck we did a few years ago. So, now I got a place people can pull up. Now I'm accessible all day, every day. So it's a new day. And we got a fucking production house to be able to pump them bitches out. We ain't worried about me making them bitches one at a time. We gonna be able to make them bitches in batches. So, yeah, I hit up